We're Dre and Wiley from Suits to Sandals. We spent the last 74 days through biking the East Coast Greenway from Maine to Florida with the real star of the show, our Siberian Husky Misha in tow. Follow along as we navigate our first through biking tour over 2,893 miles down the east coast of the United States.
Leaving Clarksville, Virginia today, heading for North Carolina. Should be in Durham this evening before the sun sets. It's gonna be like 58 miles, big day. Early start. Nice farm country. Nice. Big fans. We like the country. Beautiful morning this morning. It was in the 60s when we left, a little after 8 o'clock. No need for long sleeves previous to today. It was always in the 40s, maybe 50 when we started in the morning. Dre's getting dangerous up there with the no hands. Feels good. It's gonna be high 73. Got a bunch of backcountry roads like this on the way to Durham, and then from there to Raleigh, of course. Maishi, what's that sign say? You see it? That says North Carolina state line. Made it to a new state today. Little East Coast Greenway sign.
We were in Virginia. Oh, now we're in North Carolina. 4 more states. And we heard North Carolina's one of the best states to ride.
Nice ride in North Carolina so far today. Beautiful country. Coming in for a landing.
We just stopped at a little park outside of Oxford to get some snacks in. We wanted to grab some quick food to go through the town, but there was nothing that was like fast because we got 60 miles to do. It is 12:30 and we are 30 miles into today. So far so good, right? And we're breaking up today in 6 segments. So I just finished my second round of Maishi. So Wiley gets her and then I have her for one more 10-mile stretch and then he'll get her for the last 10-mile stretch. But plan is to get to Durham tonight. We are going to be staying with someone that works for the ECG, and then it's off to Raleigh tomorrow. Misha's just here for the snacks.
Me too.
We are 50 miles into our day. Misha's still chilling in the cart, but we found this little greenway space near Merck outside of Durham, North Carolina. So I think we're going to take this trail for a little bit so Misha can get out and stretch her legs because she hasn't gotten any exercise today. So we're going to get little princess some exercise, right? dinosaur in North Carolina. Using the phone today because something's going on with the DJI gimbal. Hopefully it's not going to be too bumpy, but basically we left Durham. We are on our way to Raleigh, and today is all Greenway, so pretty exciting that we don't have to fight traffic today. Gorgeous day out. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, 62, 63, sun shining, and Greenway all the way. Here's our little Maishi. So this morning we did a little backtracking so that we could take her to the dog park. She wasn't too thrilled with us when we passed it yesterday, and there was about 20 dogs in the park. She was very annoyed with us. So this morning, before we did anything, we took her to the dog park. At least there was a handful of dogs there and she got to play. And once we get halfway through today, she'll also get out and get her couple miles in. She's only done about a half mile today. So she'll get out, get some exercise. And tonight, we're gonna bouge it up a little bit in a hotel in downtown Raleigh.
Is that fun? Just took Maishi to the dog park. We're about 7 to 8 miles from the East Coast Greenway headquarters, which is on the way. So we are going to stop in, say hello. They had a few questions for us about what we're up to, and we appreciate what they're all about because they're the ones allowing us to be able to do this. They're doing the hard work. We're just having fun.
We did stop in on the East Coast Greenway headquarters and met with someone, and they took a picture and interviewed us and asked us why we were doing the trail. And it was just nice to meet up with them. They told us that they should have some pretty cool gear out in about a month, so we're going to order some East Coast Greenway gear. And basically just trying to tell everyone that we meet and bump into about East Coast Greenway. Let's make this thing 100% rail trail or protected trails. It'll be awesome.
We are on the East Coast Greenway in Cary, North Carolina. And this particular section is very nice, and it's actually very long, more than I expected to be man-made wood construction. A lot of work here. So I just finished my 10-mile Maishi shift, more like 12, and then now Dre's taking her 12, and I'll finish it out with the last 12, and we should be in Raleigh. A lot of people out enjoying the Greenway today. It's nice to see people out and about doing healthy things. I think there's something addictive about it because you're in a healthy area where people are out and about all the time, running, jogging, biking. It kind of makes you want to get out there and do it as well, in my opinion. So we love to see stuff like this. This is a wood highway. What is this, Maishi? A wood highway. Cary, North Carolina. Tunnel. Ooh, motion sensor lights. I like it. This part of the Greenway goes right through the backyards of a bunch of neighborhoods that butt up against each other. Probably took a few board meetings to get that done and get all the approvals, but it is fantastic. Really nicely done. Little tunnel passing. This trail system's crazy. 1 minute you're near some tennis courts, then a basketball court. The next minute you pop out by some soccer fields, and then you pop out in the backyards of some neighborhoods. It's really, really wild. Everything's connected. Schools, parks, skate parks, basketball courts, tennis courts, everything. How's that for Greenway? Little reservoir or lake on the left, Greenway down the middle. Nice.
Little bit of a detour we got going on. I think we're gonna have to detach the trailer to get through here.
We just left Raleigh, or leaving Raleigh. We're on the Capital Area Greenway. Left our hotel last night at the Longleaf. Nice spot to stay. Husky! Very happy with the accommodations at the hotel. Nice, clean, close to restaurants. Cheaper. It's not cheap at all, but we had a credit from hotels.com that knocked the price down 150 bucks, so gotta love that. We're working our way towards Smithfield, North Carolina. Also going to be staying in a hotel tonight because it's supposed to be like a low of 29 degrees or 30 degrees, something like that. That's where I draw the line on tent camping. Relatively easy day today, about 40-mile ride. And because of that, we took our sweet time this morning getting ready, had a coffee in the hotel, and on our way to the trail, I found a bagel place. And the bagel place was called Benchwarmers. And they make wood-fired bagels, which is different. I haven't had those yet. And boy, was that place popular. There's probably 100 people in there waiting for bagels. It was busy. Now it's time to make some miles. Right, my sheet.
Got my 10 miles in for my sheet. Today we're only doing 40. And basically out of Raleigh we got to take the Walnut Creek Trail. That was a nice trail. Took us all the way out to, we're on the Nanoose River Trail now. So I'm not sure how long we're gonna be able to take this, but we have been on Greenway all the way. It's been pretty nice. We're getting pretty spoiled in North Carolina so far. We are still on the Nanoose River Greenway. And look at this. Oh, farm country. Got a road over here. Haven't seen a car since we've been popped out this way. It is quiet, but so nice. Really like North Carolina's greenways. I mean, it's like its own highway system. Should be like this everywhere.
Now we're back in it. North Carolina country. It's nice. The mile markers say 24, so it's at least 24 miles long. We didn't start at the beginning, so can't speak for all of it. But if today stays like this, we're not complaining.
This is the Nanoose River. Nice little bridge, greenway. Pretty quiet around these parts. Haven't seen too many people today. pretty much had the trail to ourselves.
How's it going? So we lost our greenway. Back on the roads. 13 miles to go today to get to Smithfield, North Carolina. And tonight we got to figure out how we're getting from Smithfield to Southport.
So we're on our second and final leg today. It's been an uneventful day. A lot of, all road riding since we left Smithfield. Nice little headwind we've been getting. But we're doing a short day into Dunn because it's too far for us to go to Fayetteville today. We've been close to 70 miles. And I don't really want to do 70 miles. Hurts the tissues. Now she gets a little cranky. So, short day today. And on to Fayetteville tomorrow. Good morning. So, I think we're on day 44 or 45, not sure. We are currently on the Dunn Greenway in North Carolina, and it's only like maybe 3-4 miles long, but at least it's a little bit of greenway, because yesterday we didn't have much greenway at all. Today we're gonna have this little bit in Dunn and a little bit in Fayetteville and end up south of Fayetteville. Woo, that was a rock. So we got about 48 miles today, and then we're gonna end up in Fayetteville, and then temperatures are warming up tomorrow. We're gonna be back in the 70s, which I'm excited about. The one behind me is not as excited about 70-degree weather. We only get it for a couple days. And yeah, we'll see how the road traffic is today. Seems to be getting busier as we get closer to the coast. But it is what it is, and we'll deal with it. We are on our second leg of the day. We just switched. Ooh, kitties everywhere. Morning. We've had a little bit of rail trail. It's been like a finely crushed, almost sand, but super flat. And yeah, been pretty quiet. We haven't been on any busy roads yet today, so that's been nice. Not a lot of traffic either. Our DJI, which is what I like to film with the most, is acting up a little bit. The gimbal doesn't want to work half the time, so hopefully that's not starting to fail on us, because we really like this camera and I don't want to have to get another one. So behave.
Cape Fear River. We are on a road in Fort Bragg. Can't go left or can't go right because you're on military property.
We just finished the second leg of the day, So we switched Maisha back to my bike because I gotta do the third leg of 12 miles. And we've been on nice country roads like this. So we just ate a quick snack and we are gonna get back at it. What do you think?
Yep. Been a good day. Can't complain about this. Fayetteville Rail Trail.
We are on the Greenway in Fayetteville, and I don't think it's that long, maybe 4 or 5 miles long, but it's always impressed me how good Maisha is with knowing like when it's safe for her to hop out of the cart and when it's not safe for her to hop out the cart. As soon as we get on greenways and we stop, she pops out and she wants to run along the side of the bike, which is fine. She needs her exercise. And then when we're on roads and we could be at an intersection and stopped at a stoplight for 2 minutes and she won't even think about getting out. So for not having trained her at all on anything with the bike or anything with the trailer before we left, she's just kind of picked up proper ways to do things and how we want her to do things. So it's been working out fantastically.
Fayetteville.
It is the morning of day 46. We are just packing up. I'm just waiting for Wiley as usual. I've been packed up for a while.
See how that healthy.
As you can see, we ate some super healthy food. We had Pizza Hut last night and then McDonald's for breakfast. And yeah, once Maisha gets her harness on, we will be on the road. We have about 40 miles to do today, so we're gonna break it up in 4 legs. She does not like her harness for some reason. She fights us every morning when we put it on her. But we have 40 miles to do, and then we're gonna sleep at a campground. I think it's a pretty new one. Tonight's supposed to be very nice tonight, like low of 50. And we're gonna be in White Lake, or around White Lake area. Anything you'd like to add?
Good morning. I say that a lot in these clips. It's about 11:15. It is nice today. The high is going to be 77 today. Tomorrow it's going to be 79. Nice change of pace to have the t-shirt and shorts on right out the gate. Usually I've got shants on where you can zip off the bottoms and they turn into shorts once the temperature gets warm, and a wool long sleeve. Today we didn't need it.
So we are on our second leg of the day already. So Wiley has Maisha for 10 miles. And today we are just on back roads. We don't have any greenway today, but at least the roads that we have been on have either had decent sized shoulders or they're back roads and we haven't had a car pass us in a really long time. Maisha's just chilling as usual. So I don't know if she's going to be able to get out today because we don't have any greenway to do a couple miles. So she might just get a walk once we get to the campground, but we'll see. If the roads are quiet enough, she might get out and get in a couple miles. But back in t-shirt weather, we got 2 days of nice weather, which is going to be fantastic. We're really wishing we had a little bit more warm weather, but we'll take these 2 days and see how it goes from there.
We're on a lonely road in North Carolina between it all blurs together. Where were we last night? We're heading toward Wilmington. We're heading to White Lake. Fayetteville is where we were last night. Relatively uneventful stay. Stayed in a small motel in the motel side of town, which basically just was surrounded by a bunch of fast food, so not a lot of choices for dinner. So our fast food quota has been met for the foreseeable future. But I don't mind. We need the calories. And it was right there, it was across the street.
Miles are coming fast and easy today. We're at the portion of the trip where we just really don't have much elevation left. So I did my first 10 miles in about 50 minutes. So I think it's going to be a rather short day, just because of how fast we're getting these miles in. Usually takes us a lot longer than that if we have some elevation. So it's nice to have some flatness for a change. Hopefully it doesn't get boring with it being too flat, but we'll see how it goes. Maisha's on like snooze number 5 of the day. She likes to use the poncho that we use when it's raining to cover up her trailer as a pillow on these nice days, so she's taking a little siesta right now.
On our way to White Lake, camping tonight. Should get there pretty early, so if we keep it up, we're probably only going to be pedaling for about 4 hours today. Man, other days it could be 6, 7, or even 8. So once we get there, we'll chill. And next day we're heading to Wilmington.
We just stopped off at Jones Lake, which is part of the North Carolina State Park system. And we are the only ones here. Got the whole lake to ourselves. Super pretty. We're just gonna eat our lunch and then continue on my show. So, this is a perfect example of why I like to get up early and get on the road, because we're eating our leftover Pizza Hut along this beautiful Jones Lake because we actually have time to do it and we're not racing the sun. But my husband likes to not get up early and then have to race to get to our location every day.
Not true.
Yeah.
She's trying to make a point that she's always right-ish.
I am.
We know it's not always the case. She likes to be in a rush and wake me up and want to leave early every day when we aren't doing the mileage that necessitates getting up that early or being in that much of a hurry that day. So then when we roll in at 3:30 in the afternoon to our destination that she thought we were going to get to at 6 o'clock, that's when I'm usually right, which is like 90% of the time.
But when we leave early, we get to have lunch in places like this.
I think you're always in a rush is the answer to this dialogue. Doesn't matter, she's always in a rush.
He's always wrong. So, I want to know, what are they growing in fields of sand? We are past Fayetteville on our way to Wilmington. And there's a bunch of fields full of sand. What crop can you grow in that? We are 17 miles into our ride. This has been our typical elevation for the day. 0 feet.
Fast miles.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off. You don't have the elevation, might be a little more boring, but move quick. We're doing 11, 12 mile an hour miles with a 100-pound trailer behind us, so that's not bad.
For us, that's fast. I know if you're on a road bike, you're probably like, what? That's all they're doing, but that's good for us.
Yep. If you think we're slow, take a husky for a ride around the neighborhood and let me know. But
we got to our campsite very early today. It's like 2:30. And this is a new place, so we are their very first tenters they've ever had. They opened on November 1st, so they've only been open for 17 days. We got a fire pit, a stove, or whatever you want to call that, grill, and a nice picnic table. And it's divided from the RVers, which I thought was nice. Cool little place right outside of White Lake.
good morning. We just left our campground. We got a 52-mile, very flat day to Wilmington, North Carolina, where we will be hoteling it for one night before we head to Southport and visit my mom.
Got a little bit of Greenway this morning. We are right near White Lake. We were gonna try and stay right on the lake, but they didn't have any availability, so we stayed like a mile away from it last night at a campground that just opened on November 1st, so they're pretty new and we were their first tent campers. Super friendly people and nice secluded tent camping area, which was nice. So, we are 13 miles into our ride today, whatever you want to call it. And we just switched, so now I have Misha this leg. I'm taking her the second and the fourth leg today. He's taking her the first and the third leg today.
It's been nice and flat with a consistent 10-mile-an-hour headwind to the face. Love that.
But it's flat, so it's not too bad. First time I'm in shorts the whole entire trip. That's exciting. We are, 2/3 into our trip and finally get to put t-shirts and shorts on. So
Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, then the weather's gonna get cold again.
Going from a high of 79 today to a high of 58 tomorrow.
Yeah, so
They're teasing us.
back to the long sleeves tomorrow, but we're gonna enjoy today's weather while we can.
Got some North Carolina Greenway right here on our way to Wilmington. Split 2-lane highways. Thank goodness there's not a lot of traffic. And that there's a shoulder. It's Thursday. Probably wouldn't want to do this on a Friday or Saturday. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but there's really not a lot of traffic, so cheers to that. Good morning. Wilmington, North Carolina. Giving her a couple of steps before we make some miles. Got to do 40 miles today to get to Southport. Going to be taking some nice rides along the coastline. Maishi, we're going to see some river today. We're going to see some ocean today. We're going to see some beach. We're going to ride a ferry. We're going to ride some rail trails. And we're going to see Grandma. That's a busy day. All in about 40 miles.
Save this little guy. It's okay. He's in the middle of the road. We've already had 2 greenways today in the first 9 miles, and we saved a turtle. I'd say that's a good start to the day.
Carolina Beach Greenway, Maisha. It's a short one, but better than the road. Just had a couple of wake and bake donuts. Nothing to do with marijuana that I know of. They were just really good donuts, and they get 2 thumbs up for sure.
Officially have made it back to the coast of the East Coast Greenway. Maisha loves the ocean. Oh my gosh. Don't potty, Maisha.
How's it going?
We are getting ready to get on the Fort Fisher Southport ferry right now. This will be Maisha's 2nd ferry ride of this trip, and I think our last. I think that's the last one, mamas. We made it across the ferry, and we are now in Southport. We were just here last December visiting our mother-in-law. It was pretty cool that the trail goes right through the town she lives in. So we are gonna stay for a couple days. Our plan was to get here by Thanksgiving. We are a week early, so we're probably gonna stay for a long weekend and then head back out. Give the legs a rest for a little bit and enjoy the quiet town of Southport.